You know, last September, Hurricane Irma, we remember this all too well.
Yeah.
We were standing right here with Tim and our managers and the crew, and we were facing a really huge decision.
And
do we evacuate this whole TV station or not?
Right, and you remember our parking lot. So take a look at this video. Our parking lot here at First Coast News flooded, and the roads around the parking lot just became really a raging river of sorts. We had to act fast, and having the necessary data to make some decisions about, do you evacuate? Do we stay here? That is crucial, and it can literally mean the difference between life and death.
And now those sensors, that data, that's all in jeopardy. And let's go live now to Shelby Danielson. And obviously, Shelby, there is a lot at stake for our community with this.
Absolutely. Last September, when Hurricane Irma started dying down, there were some who breathed a sigh of relief on the First Coast, but not our meteorologists, our emergency responders, and other weather experts with NOAA, because they were being fed crucial data from sensors like this along the St. Johns River. This one's right next to the Main Street Bridge, and this told them that flooding was just beginning. But now the money for these sensors has dried up, putting up all that information at risk. Underwater and out of time.
Now here it is, right on our doorstep.
Being able to forecast these floodwaters is vital.
We had a 100 to 500 year flood from the rain. There's no doubt those sensors were lifesavers. The sensors let us know the worst had not passed.
This sensor is one of 64, providing a network of crucial data along the St. Johns River about flooding and surge forecasts.
During hurricane season, this particular sensor right here is probably the most important one for the National Weather Service.
If those sensors go out, so do the updates from NOAA.
I cannot give you a guarantee that it will last through hurricane season.
Captain Mike Getchell is in charge of monitoring these sensors. He asked for the funding originally back in 2009. The latest grant to keep these sensors working expired in April.
Lobbying anyone, our state folks, our federal folks, city folks.
And nobody took any action?
Nobody's taken any action so far.
First Coast News also uncovered a chain of emails within City Council discussing the problem.
I would think that city government would consider it vital as well, as far as how much flooding ended up downtown.
NOAA warning coordination meteorologist Al Sandrick has also been trying to warn City Council. He's been working with Getchell to try to get the word out.
So without these models, what would have happened?
Well, according to Al Sandrick, he says they'd be flying blind. Be back in the Stone Age, essentially sticking their finger in the wind and trying to go ahead and prognosticate.
Getchell is requesting approximately $750,000 just to keep 3 critical water sensors functioning.
We're going to need some sort of short-term spending to take care of that period.
And those sensors perform dozens of other tasks, like measuring the amount of space between the river and between our bridges. Very important information for all ships coming through our waterways. Reporting live on the South Bank, Shelby Danielson, First Coast News, on your side.